Start recording. All right, so I've got audio. Yeah, I don't need any audio there. I'm gonna shut that down. And 3, 2, 1. Uh, okay, I'm back. So probably notice I'm running around, doing stuff. I'm in a different location. It's early in the morning. Wife's sleeping. I'm not gonna wake her up. I'm on vacation. I went to work anyway. No one else is here. I get to have some fun. So, welcome back to more editing. Looks like I'm on page 37 of the story. This is the fifth episode that we're working on right here. Ooh, take some yum. Uh, so we have entered the grand meeting room. I'm making up some edits here as I go through, and I'm just gonna get this down. We're gonna meet new characters. This section, I wish I would roll back up a little bit so I can remember. It's been a few weeks. But this section is going to be about the members. Remember, it's his birthday, and we need to get a sense of what the vision is. How big is it? And I wanted to give these breadcrumbs. There's a lot of we got rid of Propersia already. Was that in this one? Did you see that? That might have been the last one. Or the next one. I don't remember. It's coming. It took me a while, but I was disappointed. But she had to go. She'll always be in our memories and on this recording for as long as recordings exist. So Persia's gone, but the members are going to stay. I kept most of them. There are small little interactions, and you get to see a flavor for that. The fact that these people, they just don't give a fuck. They're not good people. None of them are. They're just not good people. And we fail to learn that lesson. We're going to end up in situations like this, situations like we already currently are. And all of the warning markers were there. We just stay distracted, you know. You gotta stay distracted. That way you don't notice the fact that you're being manipulated and taken advantage of. So here, I'm trying to create some space. I gotta get these paragraphs down. Chop, cut, slash. I'm playing around on something. What is this? Yep. So again, with that flowery dialogue, I'm doing too much in this space, the wrong space. This is the script. This is where the characters and the action and the space are described, not where you, where the characters are chosen. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It is early. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's have some coffee while my brain activates. But you can see what I'm doing. I'm getting rid of all of the descriptions of the characters. It's what we've been doing since the beginning. It's what my writing suffers from in this script, not in general. I'm great at creating these characters. I mean, I can be confident saying that. Tom said it. I'm great at creating these characters, and I'm great at describing them and giving them life. But I'm doing it too much of that. And so it's a cut. Yeah. And that's where we are. I might end up adding more Limax. You know, now that when I first wrote this, Limax didn't even have a name. He was just the virgin aristocrat, and that's kind of where Virgin Space came up. It came out years ago. This whole story came out from a single sentence. And the single sentence was, "Space is no place for a virgin aristocrat." And I was on this, I was on this mental trip with some of my coworkers, my friends. They were stuck listening to me yap for probably hours. I was just telling this stream of conscious tale, and during it, the character ended up in space. And this whole story came from that one nugget of one sentence. and it's been 10 years now that I've been working on this. I have a lot to show for it, but I also have nothing to show for it. I've been losing my mind for the last couple of years. Just wanted to get something out there, anything, just get it started. I can't draw. I could show you some of my drawings if future Matt wants to pop them up, but current Matt is probably one of the worst artists out there. My The attention to detail and the patience that an artist has, the willingness to spend the time to create something like that. I can do that with words. I can go over, I can reread the words, I can do, but the lines and the shading and it's just not for me. I don't know. I wish it was because I probably already have a couple comics out there. And I know I'm friends with a bunch of other writers slash illustrators who can get it done, and they're great at it. They're having a fun time. They're making their books, and things are coming out. And yeah, it still takes them 5 years. Uh, but what is it? Matt Emmons and The Gardener. He said it took him 5 years. It's a great book. It's big. It's beautiful. It's a good story, but it takes a long time. And here I am 10 years later. I have nothing to show for what I'm done. I'm still just re-editing the first the first one. And that's okay. Uh, so here I'm working on some dialogue. It looks like I'm just trying to get it right. So her name is Koiban. She's like this. They're pirates. You'll get that. It doesn't matter if I say it right now. So they're pirates, right? But they're members of the Ariane Vision. So of course there's there's pirates who are members of the Vision. Why not? Like you're space pirates. Of course, but they're the best. That's their difference, right? There's tons of pirates out there. Oh yeah, yeah. There's still pirates in the oceans, but you haven't gotten rid of them yet. You think you're going to be able to get rid of all the space pirates? No. So here they are. They're part of the Vision because they do such a good job. So so she comes in, and I have this there. She's part fish, and I kind of have them look like fish sticks that have been deep fried. They're like guppies that have been deep. They just look ugly. They're just gross creatures, oily, like a mackerel. But she's like a koi fish. She's beautiful, and she's got this gorgeous, elegant, like Japanese Chinese dress that kind of wraps around. It's got this floral pattern. It's gorgeous, and so she's very strong, empowered. She's great. I love this character, but she's going. They're entering, and she's getting a koi buns, and they're gross, and they come in, and I'm trying to. I want it to be. I don't want you to be like now entering this, now entering that, and it would get boring. So I need the announcer to say the same thing, but to say it in a different way. And I think I struggled with this for a while. Oh, I'll be right. Yeah, I think I'm just sitting here. Yeah, currently it looks like my brain is just going crazy. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Uh, when that comes. Right. I was trying to make a distinction here. This is when I was trying to make it interesting. I was trying to say, um, that Koyaban and her Freibuns, this is their second meeting, right? So they're no longer the freshmen. That's King Habspan and his wife and daughter. It's these people just had that last time was their first meeting, but I think it falls flat. It's a interesting concept, but like in the grand scheme of things, does it really matter? And it could if I was digging into that more deeply, but I'm not. We never get that mentioned again. I think, in fact, the just that King Habspan and his family are new is enough. I know we don't need to go in that. So I think I'm gonna. I think yeah, it just kept getting longer. I don't need more dialogue. I needed less for this situation. That's okay. We're we're working on it. So yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to be working on this in the public's eye because it, if I'm able to do this, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it first off when I'm editing it, right? I'm back to editing it. I'm already a better editor than I was before. I've been working on a lot of scripts. Maybe you've seen Pickle Hour. I've been making comedy scripts. We've been filming them. I've been editing scripts. Dialogue. Dialogue is so difficult to get right, but also trimming things down. I've been getting better at saying to myself, this doesn't matter. This isn't funny. This isn't worth it. And when you can finally just cut your favorite things out, what is it? The kill your darlings, is that's the term, I think. That one, it just makes me squirm when I hear that. But when you can cut out these really good sections of your comic, even though they're fantastic and you want people to see it, but it's got to go. And in the future, maybe. I mean, I've cut out a lot. I have I think I can show you. So when I first was working with Eam, I was like, Eam, let's do some pages. I paid him for some pages. He did this whole section that was supposed to be these people who were breaking in during his birthday instead of the humanoid spaceship that's coming. So there's even more. And that was the first one. That's when it was 198 pages. And I was like, this section, Tom, or Eam, this section, Eam. And he was like, yeah, all right, it's a good section. And it is. It's a great section. But it got cut. And now I have it. I have the whole section. I think it might be. No, you can't see that. Never mind. I'll try to. Maybe I'll put the section up here as I still work on this dialogue. So a lot of this is going to be me working on dialogue. Dialogue takes time. And in this amount of time, how long is this? Oh, this was a short one. Looks like I don't get very far in this one. It's only an hour. And that's fine. But that's part of cutting it down. See right now it's 130 pages. We got oh yeah, I think right now I've cut it down to 2002 or 22,000 pages. So it's pretty good. Oh, I've got something to say. Yeah. we could tell Matt. We could tell you were having trouble. So what I like though is I'm able to see it when I'm sitting down. I can go through it. I'm recording it, right? And I'm doing this. So this right here is an outlet for my frustrations. This page on the left here, that I just used the number of whatever episode we're on. And then I can get back to the script. I can let out my frustrations, get on the script. Then I come in, and now you see me here. And this is days, minutes, weeks, years later. No, I hope not. Something be wrong if I'm waiting years to record this. So I think this is a week later. My wife was in LA. She's home. And I don't want to bug her. I'm a loud, boisterous guy. You could probably hear me. I had to come. I'm on vacation. I had to come to work, so I didn't bug her. I could probably go in the basement, but I feel like my voice would travel 2 floors, no problem. And she'd say, "Shut the fuck up. I'm in bed." And I deserve that because I'm a loud guy. But I want to get this done. Yeah, this is when I'm going to tell you that like I'm trying to do this idea that oh, and this person was just last year, and it's like, well, am I going to do that again? So what, you do we really need to see who was last year and who was the year before and who was the year before that and who was the year before that? No one cares. I'm like 99% sure I cut that too, and I get a good I think I get a good dialogue out of this. So E makes this beautiful art. He colors it a little bit. Oh, I hope I'm showing it to you. I should write this down. Let me go get a piece of paper. I'm back. So I got my little notes here. I like to rip the top off because what's it really doing? These are from these notebooks. We have like 1,000 of them here. I use them like crazy. We used to at the TV station. We used to give out calendars every Christmas, and we would get like 300 of them, and we'd go Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And some people loved them, but then it was at some point people were just like, I mean, I've been here for a long time. A couple of years ago, like 5 or 6 people were like, I just use my cell phone. Yeah, I got a calendar on my cell phone. Like once that really became a thing, now it just feels like everyone uses that. I use it, but I still love these pages so I can remind myself to do things. I was going to insert my drawings so people can laugh at me. Yeah, I'm writing that. Let's see, what else? Insert, where are we at? We're 16 min, insert 16 min in. It's an action sequence. It's a good one too. I love the dialogue. It was one of my favorite scenes in the original 198 page graphic novel. I don't think I'll ever make it. I mean, this story would have to blow up, and I'd have to have like a team and be working on stuff, and then I could go back because I would have to. Now that I'm a good editor, I would have to go back and edit that. I could never leave it the way it was, even though it has so many good things. And then I'd say, well, this is still too much. And so it's never going to happen. So you should just see this art. I am still on the fence about getting rid of the Battle of Yarmouth, Battle Champions. Oh man, they just, we're not there yet. The next episode ends right before I start it. So I actually have to go through and I'm going to edit it. It's a lot of pages. If I get rid of it, I have to figure out how to replace it with something. Because part of it is Limax in there, but that's not this. Sorry. What did I do? Okay, I'm stuck on this. Guess it'll have to wait. Oh, do I give up? Oh no. I give up. Oh man, I do. All right, I'll have to go back and fix that. I'm glad I'm here. Well, now entering Koyabun and her fry buns. It's great seeing them back for another meeting. I know many of you praise their services. That is, it's not terrible. Something's wrong though. It doesn't feel like it expresses enough. It expresses too much. It's long. What is it? It is very wide. So maybe I could have more dialogue. This is huge wide shot. We're probably just seeing them on a monitor. Maybe I could have like other people yapping and it'll feel more natural. All right. So Perplexus, Itzanats, and Puff. These people are funny. More potential people, more situations where they're just there. It's as if they're like air. They're just around, and these people don't notice them normally because they have no. It's not that they don't have any presence. It's just that they have no standing in society. We've already established they're slaves. They are. It's just what it is. I love the way Perplexus talks. It's a fungal creature. It's sentient. It just is this pyramid-looking mushroom-like creature. And these guys, what am I, this big member section? Yeah, right. There's so many characters, and the two snakes, Itzanats, they're sitting at this, I'm trying to show that, like, members got put together in certain areas, and they didn't know that they were going to be part of the same table sometimes. And so Perplexus is greeting them. Is my voice appeasing to your auditory canals? And it's such a weird dialogue, but it continues saying things like that. And its and ats are kind of like, they're curt. They're very like, ugh, one of these spore people join, something like that. Take over 3 galaxies. Okay, so now we get, so they're members, right? So they must be rich, or they must be powerful, and even they're going like, how do these things keep taking over galaxies? So Perplexus is big. Perplexus is dangerous. Um, and I love when they Puff bumps into it, and this black spore cloud comes out, and they're like you're like, wait, they literally ask the question, how did this happen? And then there's an accident. But Perplexus, look at look at his dialogue. I too enjoy the nutrients. It just got bumped. It doesn't even notice. This is a self-defense mechanism that is automatic, an automatic self-defense mechanism, and it goes off without. I gotta clean things up. It goes off without it knowing. It's focused on the food in front of it. Oh, I too enjoy the nutrients. It sounds like it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's no, not autistic. Maybe like it wants to fit in, but it doesn't know how to be like. It's robotic in sense, but it's not a robot. It's a fungus, but it only understands its own. So I too enjoy the nutrients, and it's talking to the other people. I love these characters. There's so many fun ones. Okay, so insert action sequence that Eam did. It's posted all over my social media, but it's posted back at the beginning when I first started. You can see a lot of the stuff. I'm at Space Aristocrat on the Instagram. There, I mean, I'm a super busy guy. I'm a creator full time in my life, and it's just who I am. I've got Pickle Hour now. That's been going for a little over a year. We just finished a video called Strange Meat, where a guy sells meat out of his trunk and he chases me down trying to. It's funny. We got this great guy Rick. He's a SAG actor. My wife recommended him, and he came in and he did a stellar performance of this creep guy who's always following you around trying to sell you meat. God, he's got his hooks in me. And then we did, yeah, and that's gonna come out, but that's the last one I can do here because we're closing up shop at the station. But I'm gonna keep Pickle Hour alive. I've got like 170 ideas for scripts. Some of them can't get done because they're expensive, but we'll figure that one out. That doesn't matter. But go there if you want a good laugh. If you want to just shake your head, be like, oh, this is so dumb. But you just watch them all because please, they're so wild. And that's just part of me. So then obviously you've got the graphic novel side. I go out. I interview comic artists. I review comics as they're given to me. I think it's helped me to speak better about what a comic does right and doesn't do right. I used to do, I was doing that through Nerd Caliber, but they've decided to stick to just cosplay. It's fine. It's what they're good at. It's what they built a $600,000 brand off of. Do it. I mean, we were hoping that we could pivot if Comic App did right. Manuel, the owner, liked it, but so you'll see some of that posted on this channel as well. I think I just did an interview. Yeah, an interview with Drew Zucker. Just went live. I think I have all the way through August scheduled with stuff that never made it up to their channel because I was just produced. Just go, make more, and they just couldn't keep up with uploads, and then it stopped. So I got to get a lot of that out there. Making friends. It's another way to make friends. Good people. I love it. I loved just yapping with these guys and girls. They're creatives, you know. You want to be with your kind. You want to talk about the process. You want to talk about concepts, and You know, how did you come to this? What's your process? So as I do this, oh, okay. So he says, "Pardon me." Right. So they're dying. Puff's dying. It's an ants. This black liquid fungus is taking over their body. There's a chemical reaction happening, and Perplexus is just like, "Pardon me. Oh, I seem to have procreated." And meanwhile, Koyabun's in the background handing these little beacons to other members. These are little communication devices. You press the device, they've got a receiver, they get notified, they come do what you need them to do for a price, of course, and which is nice. So now we're going to get, so this was the Perplexus It's an Ats was just like it's like a transition scene to let Koyabun and her Frybuns come in, and you kind of like, you know, I could have I could have cut them out, but it's like a fun way of segueing into her already being in the meeting, giving things out, instead of just, here's the latest member, here's a beacon, like that felt dry. I don't like to be boring. I've read enough comics, I've read enough stories. I understand that you can do that. And it works. It's probably the right way. And it's simpler and it would cut everything down because I do it a lot. But I don't want that. I want engaging. I want the reader to be wondering, oh, wow, look at these creatures. Oh, yeah, her. Wait, we just met them. Oh, and now they're right there. Now we're being introduced to them. Instead of, they're introducing me to a new character. Here's their section. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like to do it a little more fun. And believe me, I do it enough times. When we I think at the end of this section, in the next one, we introduce Farah. That's what we do. We boom right into it. But that's because that section works that way. In my mind. You'll see. So what are we doing? Okay, so Olean is the head of these centipedes. Eam's I miss Eam. Eam's gone. So I'm working on getting another artist still. I think it's going to be a while. Gives me time to do this. Gives me time to clean up the script before they're. I think by the time they're ready, I'll be done with the script, and we can talk about, you know, hey, what do you think moving forward? Blah 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 blah. So, okay, we've heard people speak of you. What's your business? Everyone wants to know what people do for the business because they're a member. And if they're a member, that means that they're helping the vision. They're worth something. They're worth more in other members' eyes than whole galaxies. Because like Perplexus could just take over 3 galaxies. They're more dangerous, but they're also considered among themselves more valuable. So they're going to work together. That's how it works. Yeah. So they talk a little, and Koyabun's like, oh, as fellow members, you have exclusive access to our services should the need ever arise. I do a lot of editing here. This dialogue felt unnatural. It felt boring. It needed a lot of twists and turns. So but I kept the shenanigans of the press. I don't know if that works. I'm pretty sure I need to get rid of it. But if it just feels like a sentence that's fun to have. But I think I'm going to end up getting rid of that one. But I don't yet. So you get to hold on to some things. This isn't the last time I have to edit this script, but the next time should be faster, right? Every time I edit it, I should be getting faster. There were times when I couldn't get through 10 pages in a couple hours. I think someone just came in. I gotta go check that out. I know, I miss so much, I bet. Wow. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I've been gone. I can't speed it up so much. I guess I can. How much is left? Oh, we're only halfway. Okay, we're good. I'm at work, so where I can yap and be loud and stuff. And I heard the doorbell go off. It's one of my board of directors. We're trying to do sponsorships and underwriting for our government meetings, and he's going to banks, he's going to businesses. We've produced a document that says, hey, it's this much money if you want to get your business's name on there. Typical stuff. PBS has been doing it for years. Why not us? Uh, and he had the wrong document. So he comes in and he's like, and I can see him. He's just like, where is everyone? And I'm back here. I'm in the way back doing this, and I just hear ding. I forgot to lock the door. If I locked the door, it wouldn't have, I just locked it now. No more interruptions for at least an hour. Uh, oh, what a silly time. Okay, where am I? We're still working on that dialogue. Yeah, see, this was one of the reasons in an hour I did not get very far. This membership section required a lot of tweaks. I have to remember that just trying to fix dialogue isn't always the answer. Sometimes you have to just delete actions. Sometimes you have to add actions that create dialogue. Sometimes you have to delete characters, delete pages. I think I keep all of this. I like Koi Bun and her fry buns. They get used, I think, a little bit more in this section. They're not as useless as Propersia ends up being, even though I absolutely love the ending section with her, but that's the only section I love. I can change those characters to be other characters. And that's one of the things that Tom said. He said, like, hey, if you're going to do the Battle of Yormouth, Yormouth of Battle Champions, you take some of these other characters, you've got 100 plus of them, I do, take some of them and put them in here. And now you can get rid of some of these new characters you created. I was just like, oh, it's got to be even more character. I just kept creating crazier and crazier characters. And it's gonna help bond everything, right? You'll have this cross of, oh yeah, I remember those people from over there and they lost their son. And then some of them are here battling for their lives. That will be a way better use of the section. And the same thing goes with this. I have these characters, they come up later. If I get rid of other things that aren't as strong, and I can replace certain sections with those characters, now it's tighter again. And every time I go through this, it just gets a little more, a little and a little tighter. And that's what I'm trying to do here. You desire, we acquire. I love that line. That's their catchphrase, their business catchphrase. You desire, we acquire. You want it, we get it. And then no, she says something like, yeah, they're backed by the Ariande Vision. That's a huge deal. That makes everyone go, oh, so it's just legal theft, like the American government. And so here we are creating these characters that are going around saying, we'll go get it for you, whatever you want. You want a person, you want a thing, a planet, we'll make it happen. And what's good about them is they're the only pirates. They're the newest at least, but they're strong. And I believe in this story, they're the strongest space pirates that are part of the Ariande Vision, that have chosen to partner with big business instead of being rebels or mercenaries. She's regal. She has this air about her. Am I done? Did I? No, I think I just needed to save to clear my brain. Yeah, it's like clearing cache on a computer. I go do something else. Oh, and then I look at this section like this, and I throw up in my mouth. Yeah. Look at me. I'm like, what else is there? So I write the panels in. Cool. Yeah. So I do a ton of cleaning up here, which is nice. I keep hitting that button. The button's on this keyboard somewhere. I forget which one it is. I could hit it right now. Is it? No, I don't. No, I'm having fun. I'll hit it again. You'll see me hit it 50,000 more times as we do this. So what did we do? I've showed you a couple members. They didn't matter. It was we killed a potential people or a potential person. They became a mushroom fungus person. Its gnats are gone. They're working for Perplexus now. That's fine. You just got a cute little like, oh, that character's weird. And then we move back into Koyaban. Oh yeah, Koyaban. They can do stuff. But then Koyaban, okay, we get this sense. We had this dialogue. Who are they? And it's a sales pitch. This whole time, they are just salesmen right now. They're at this dinner, they're at the meeting just to be a salesman. You desire, we acquire. 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 Great. Oh, maybe I'll use it. Maybe they'll all use it. Koyaban is going to be in the rest of the story for a while. There's a reason for that. See it later. And what else? And they're strong. You're going to see, oh, they're good at what they do. They're going to get stuff, and it's a lot of fun to watch them do it because you don't really care about them, right? Like you're like, oh, they're these things, and you're like, oh, she's this elegant creature, and they're ugly as fuck. You're like, and you're like, all right, and they go out there, but they're good at what they do, like I said. And so we're reconnecting with the Habsburgs now. Oh, right. That's right. We're in the memory. They're up. Koyaban's up there. And so now, here we are. We're reminded of our secondary's main character. I consider now Limax is obviously the main character of the story, and we haven't met Farah yet. I think that comes. I think I stopped this one right before Farah. Yeah, I think the next episode you guys are gonna get to meet Farah, but we're still working on the membership. The Habsburgs, they're number 2 of this episode because the idea is it's Limax's birthday. And they're the newest member to see this vision. It's an introduction to birthdays. It's an introduction to the vision. It's an introduction, and it just so happens to be Limax's birthday. It's one of the reasons I still want to keep it that. I know we talk about size matters. Tom liked that title better. And it does, size matters, right? Because everything is larger than life in this vision. Anything that you can do, they can do better. And that's kind of that concept, like, wow, we're the 5th largest object in the universe. Okay, well, what are the other 4? I think I know them all. No, there's a few that I actually haven't even created yet. Well, it won't be that hard. I'll figure it out. Oh, I'm really cutting down this paragraph, huh? It's just taking time. It's taking time. Where are we? We're in the character descriptions. Floating potato dub ship. Okay, so, oh wait, this is when we introduce, okay, so this is just more, I could probably get rid of them. Ah, man. No, I love this dialogue though. It's just, it doesn't progress the story. Darn it. No. Okay, let's get through this section together. And then we can figure out whether I want to keep these people or not. I could probably cut this whole section out if I wanted to. They don't come back. They come back, but are they important? Are they important enough? I love the idea of oh yeah. I can show you I can show you character designs. Show character designs of Koyaban. He didn't do the fry buns. I don't think he he wanted to. He didn't want to create these ugly creatures. He wanted to create the main characters. But he did Dubstrip. How do I pronounce it? Dubstrip. Chip. He. I know what to do. Butter aliens. The butter aliens are some of my favorite characters. They're like. They're just sticks of butter, sentient sticks of butter in refrigeration suits, right? So they can stay solid because they'd be liquid otherwise or melted. Um, and the suits are like waffle cone shaped, like like how it comes up and there's a little frill, but they have a dial on them that allows them to be dead, which doesn't make sense. It's got like a vaulted puddle, and you will see the dial. It's on there, and it's like almost like kid pictures, like little kitty pictures, like, oh, you can't get it wrong, kind of thing. And yet one of them is having an issue. They must have gotten bumped or something, but it's turned to the slightly melty man situation, melty stick, and so. And so we're going to see this interaction between these three tables, right? So first it was a lot of one-on-one tables, and then there's some stuff going on in the background, but this is a busy party, and everyone's interacting now. And now the Habsbins are going to be interacting with other members. We haven't really seen that other than them upsetting Boss Bergara or just walking in and waving, Mother introducing them. They haven't had the chance to actually get to know anyone, and we don't understand how they interact with other people. So I may keep this section. And then Dubstrip, I love this interaction between this potato and this butter. They're food, right? Like it's these what we would consider food. And they're having this conversation. This is so dumb. It just brings me joy, and especially what they're talking about. Are we there? No. This is all about king, queen, and princess. Princess is bored. This isn't for her. She wants to be back on the ship. She's more like Limax in that thought. She'd rather be on the internet. She doesn't want to be in this place with all these stuffy people who don't matter to her. And so she'd rather be gone. And King Habsbin isn't having it. He's not happy with the princess because this is their chance. This is so important to their future. Their planets, just their family's future. And either the queen is like, this food's amazing. King's just fucking stuffing his face. He's not being regal at all. And I love that about him. He's down to earth. He's just a guy who happens to have good intuition. He became king through his ability to just do. And I think it's just luck, honestly. I think he's just lucky. But the queen probably keeps him in his place too. I think she's very smart. She knows what's right. She knows how to do the right things. She's meticulous. But here we go. They start talking. What's the matter, dear? This is boring. We've delivered our present. We should leave. She's bored. I think she gets it ahead of time. Even if she's not saying it the right way, it's almost like we did what we had to. Everything else isn't going to matter, Dad. We gave the present. That's what we came here to do. Where everything else is just going to be a song and a dance. We don't need to be here anymore. But the dad, he's soaking it in. You saw him when they're on the escalator and they're blowing heads up and they're underneath the gift. They're underneath the gift shop. He's just blown away by how big everything is, how wonderful everything is in comparison to anything he's ever seen before. What do we got? That's too much detail. These are the same shots. I do condense them. I know now that this page is not finished. I don't remember this. This is, like I said, it's been a while. We'll then finish it when I just take a break. Okay, so what do I do? 3 panels. Medium wide, medium, medium. So repeat. Oh, oh, jeez. No, jeez. Oh, I'm thinking too much and I'm exploding. No. Okay, well, what happened? Oh, I condensed it. I see. Okay, so I was wondering what just happened. I condensed the story, so now I'm going back and I'm trying to create, uh, like when you get rid of a panel. So you have to think about space on a page, right? Or not the universe on a page, the amount of room you have on a page to show what you're trying to show and say what you're trying to say. There's a lot of dialogue in certain sections, and you can't have as many panels if you have too much dialogue. You're not gonna make the font magnifying size. No, you need to have ergonomics of space here, and so I had gone through many times. Like I said, this is I think the 29th edit. I'd gone through at least 5 times, and I'd created what I thought were this many panels. That's what you see when I say, 5 panels, 6 panels. That's all that would fit on that page. I'm not trying to just shove as much as I can. And some are 7 because they're smaller panels, and you're just seeing like little shots of action, and like maybe you have like 4 inset panels and 1 big medium wide panel or ultra wide panel or a double page spread that has 1 inset, 10 insets. You can do that if you have the space. If you're not dumping dialogue into each one of those panels, well, now you can't fit 10 because they're going to be too big to fit the bubble, to fit the space. Your letterer is going to try to kill you, drown you in ink. It just doesn't work. And you as the writer have to be meticulous about this, because your illustrator won't be able to get their lining in right. They won't be able to leave the room that they need to leave, or your bubbles are going to cover up things that you think are important. Or they're going to say, I can't fit this panel. Okay, you can't fit this panel. Can I delete it? No, it's integral to the story. I've already cut everything. Well, that means it's got to be on the next page. Now, as soon as I have to move that panel to the next page, which is what I'm doing here, right? Does this next page work? Or do I lose another panel? Is that now I got to flip the page? Do I got to put this over here? Did the page turn? Now you got to think about page turns too, right? You have to want your audience to turn the page. If they get to a page and they're like, oh yeah, oh okay, oh that was boring, boom. They're not going to turn the page. They're done. Now you're like, oh, what happens next? Oh, what happens? Next thing you know, you're halfway through the story, and you're going, oh, this is a good story. That's when you get your audience. And if you're breaking it, that panel's not working. That panel's not a cliffhanger. You put a cliffhanger at the beginning of it. You're like, oh, what the fuck? It's there. It's right next to each other. I can see the cliffhanger and the resolution next to each other. Nope, it doesn't work. You can do it, fine. You don't have to rely on every page being a cliffhanger. In fact, some pages just go on and on and on. But at some point, you want that. Especially maybe an ending. You definitely want that at the end. But if I have to do that through 130 more pages, yeah. See, like I said, this didn't feel perfect to me. I'm not doing this edit for that yet. Like I said, we're doing another edit. This isn't like, ooh, it's perfect now. Haha, look at me, I'm amazing. No. That's not editing. If you can do that, you're probably an Eisner winner of some sort for comics and graphic novels. It's like, whatever. You're great. So why are you watching me? No, you got to go again. And then the next time the pass, I will still do dialogue because I feel like a lot of this dialogue can get fixed, but the paragraphs are going to be gone, and I'm going to have to go through less pages, less. Every time I go through, it's going to get better, and I'm going to know that section was perfect. I remember that section. That section is perfect. I remember that section, and I'll read it, and I'll say, yeah, that section is perfect. And then I'll hit a piece of dialogue. I'll be like, yeah, that section's perfect. I kept that. We've already talked about it, but by the time we get to this next time, that's what's going to be in my head. The current inheritor chose my business to be part of the greatest vision in the universe. King Hasbin goes off on his daughter. We see another I think I opened up another section. Yeah. Remember when they walked in? There's always more. This is when he goes off, right? Chose my business to be part of the greatest vision in the universe. He loves that. This is everything he ever wanted. I have to just do some cleanup. So let's read the dialogue. Our solar system could go dark. Where is it? I don't have anything. It's like a cool little lamp, and it's almost like a little universe they stole. And he goes like this, and he covers it. And I want like light, that color, whatever color they have, purple, green. I want the light to be coming out from our universe could go dark before, and it's just I can just see the lighting and the coloring of this. I think it's going to be beautiful before we have another chance like this, and that's true. Luck plays a huge part, but in reality, Mother plays the biggest part. Notice remember Mother was giving them special treatment. They're not there for no reason. Mother decided that they were going to be part of the members. And if they screw it up, Mother can undecide. the calculations can come in. Oh, well, it turns out you're out. And they just move on. And that is business. They don't care. It's all about making more money. It's all about growing bigger. It's never about the individuals. Well, except for Limax. Now in the background, Dub's ship is talking to the butt. Yes, I believe we can do business. It's having this conversation with the butter aliens, and the three dandelion characters. Okay, so these triplets, they're how do I put it? They're the same age as Limax, give or take, right? And the princess. So consider like you've got the adults, and they're all doing their adult business stuff, but then you've got their nepo babies, and that's what these dandelion kids are. They're nepo babies. They're rich. They've got parents. We don't see them though. They're here as the representation of it. Oh, okay. Someone's here. I'm just gonna keep going. I got 10 more minutes. There's only one person who could be here this early. It's going to be Victoria. I locked the door. So, let's see. Oh. Yeah, so he belittles her. Not belittles her, no. He tells her, look, they're providing for us. Just eat the food. I think they're coming to talk to me now. Hello? Yeah, come on in. Ah, yeah, I heard the ding. Dick was here earlier. I'm filming right now. Okay. I'll be out in 10 minutes. See ya. So, yeah, I can't get away from it. They're here an hour early. I thought I got here with enough time to get in and get out. Yay, that's my life. Everyone's showing up today. That's fine. I got another one of these to do. It's gonna be probably like me out in a field with ticks crawling on me or something. Let's see here. So they say some gross things because they're just dumb boys full of seed. Literally, they're just covered in seeds, right? Ha 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 ha. Gross. But that is the point. You're getting my cellulose hurt. Okay, so this part. So we know that there's a gross element to this. There's a little childish element to this because these business people they fall on their carnal desires. They fall on things like avarice and lust and some are sloths. So it's those sins. It's those greater things that make you a worse person. That's what those things are, and that's what these people embody. And so they're like, oh yeah, you're making my seeds itch. I mean, can you imagine someone saying, oh yeah, you're making my seeds itch? I mean, that's not where they're grabbing though, because their seeds are on their head. But it's a that direct response. It is what it means. And King Habspin. This dialogue has lasted. There's not a lot of dialogue that's lasted all the way through, but I'd grab my ankles and eat these plates if it showed just how grateful we are. I forget how long ago there's a band called Brand New. Um, at the end of one of my favorite songs, it's like "Eat the Plates" or something. I can't think of the off the top of my head. I'm actually gonna have to go listen to it now. It's been a while, but there's a part where like if you're so grateful you should eat the plates or something like that, and so I was like, yeah, that's right. He's so grateful that he would grab his ankles and eat the plates, and just the imagery of someone doing that just was so funny. They don't see grab the ankles in the other one. You always have to kaleidoscope something. You can't just be eating plates. That's just boring. In this context. So here we are, and they're dealing with this situation where the dandelion children are like trying to hit on her. And in this situation, they don't care about anyone else. They're just openly hitting on her while her dad is berating her. She's just getting it from both sides, and she's still miserable. Uh, are we still going? I must. There's 8 more minutes of this, so I must just say, oh yeah, this is panel 2, by the way. So back to pages. I'm trying to make it still. And I'll go through, and I believe it fits because there's 4 panels here. It's a lot. That's a lot on one page, depending on the size of your. I mean, you could have like I know you can do 3, like that big establishing shot of something happening, and then 2 little shots, or just 2 or 5 or 10, like we were talking about. And all I'm trying to do is give myself a little idea. Hey, I think this is how it might be working, and you're like, oh, okay, uh, okay. So even I think it was getting better here. I need lots of work. Oh man. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, yeah. It is gonna take way more time than the previous 40. So we're only 6 pages in, and it took me an hour. Whereas I believe in 2 hours we were able to do 20 pages. 20 pages again. We're getting into the part where it's difficult to it's difficult to decide whether I want to keep things or not. The dialogue is definitely not as clean because um, none of this made the comic edit. All of this got cut, right? The Habspins aren't in there. You barely see any of the members. It's a real clean, quick version. And that version had been edited down, I think I want to say like 7, 8 times to already be as good as it was. It still needed some work. I got to go back and I got to fix it. That's right. I won't do that on screen. You don't need to see that. That's just more busy work. Uh, I'll wait till I get through this, and then I'll go through and clean up everything that I changed. Um, yeah. So I know the next section I have to edit is the Yarmouth the Battle Champions. I love it. I can't wait to get in there. There's some really cool characters. I am going to change some of them, but here, how Tom loved this, by the way. I have a feeling Tom was laughing his butt off when he was like, "What is this?" And he says, "Get rid of some characters. Maybe not that. And if you get rid of the Battle of Yarmouth, you can keep this." Oh, okay. Uh, And I think it's this juxtaposition of the dad yelling at her and these people saying these ridiculous things to her, and it leads to this last thought. I don't think you understand how important we are now that we're part of this vision. Huge sentence. I don't think you understand how important we are. Everyone feels that way about themselves here. So now eat. It's delicious. And it wouldn't hurt you to flirt with some of the rich boys. Typical father trying to sell his daughter off to make more money or to grow more power. A marriage of convenience maybe, because the Dandelion kids, they're members. Clearly, they're important in the vision. Whether they're actually important, it's up to you to decide, I guess. So I gotta clean some stuff up. I gotta do some facts. Let's see. Now I could get rid of load. I could get rid of this. I could get rid of that character altogether and consider getting rid of. Yeah, hold on. Let me consider. I need another note. Consider removing load. Does it still work? Question mark. So the thought here was like they're trying to have this interaction. I'm not blowing anyone to advance your ego. Okay. That's this whole joke about their seeds being here, and what do you do with a dandelion? You blow it, the seeds go everywhere. If you don't know, look it up. It's just a thing that happens. I'm not blowing anyone. It's so dumb. I love it. It fits. And the way she says it, it's and it pisses them off because she says it out loud. She's never talking to them. She never even said something to them. She only said it to the dad, but they've just been berating her. I love that. I just love that she's like, yeah, whatever. And then here's load. Now load, I might get rid of load. As of right now, load is trying to get promoted. That I had this idea that potential people were always after something, right? They always wanted to be better. But does that feel like it's too strong? Does it feel like, I don't know. I like that they're angry already. So they're like, get out of here. They're pissed at him. And then Dubship's here is Dubship's trying to, my salty buddy, you appear to be dribbling. So that's that suit, and he's melting now. So he doesn't even notice he's melting. Imagine not noticing you're melting. Not noticing you're melting. You should subspecies. I don't even want to photo set. Yeah, that gets changed. I'm pretty sure of that. Where we at? Oh, it doesn't get changed now. I stopped here? I did. Well, I know it gets changed in the next episode, so don't fall in love with that. In fact, I might even just get rid of a bunch of this. I think I'm going to be able to get rid of some of this now that we're watching it. This is what I was talking about. I love this part. I love the part where when I was in it, I didn't even consider getting rid of load. Load was part of it. Load has to stay. It ties the section together. Now I'm back here and I'm like, who cares about this potential person? This was never about them. This was about the interaction between the Dandelions and them, and these guys could just turn and be done with it now. Yeah, load's gone. This was a breakthrough. Whenever I can get rid of something, I consider it a breakthrough because every time I do it, it gets better. Yeah, only 8 pages this time. Oh. I think I'm done.